The phrase movie magic describes film's ability to create completely different worlds and bring us, the viewers, convincingly and totally into that world.
What's happening? Where are we?
And when it's over, leaving you wondering, how did they do that? How did they do the impossible?
I have no fucking idea!
Filmmakers have tried to achieve this and one-up each other for more than a century now. Technological advances and VFX allowed for many breakthroughs and ways to achieve this movie magic. But now, a lot of discourse in film and TV has been revolving around shooting practically and not using computer-generated images and VFX, because we've been subjected to seeing this stuff.
I no longer go by the name Astrid.
This was fun!
Yeah, these are quite bad, and people are jaded, justifiably so. And people's attitudes towards VFX itself has gone really sour. But as a cinematographer myself, I think that discourse has disproportionately skewed VFX negatively, way more than it deserves. And I'm not trying to defend the use of bad CGI, of course not.
I think it's abhorrent.
But there's definitely more nuance to the situation, and in this video I want to explain it in my own way. Which brings me to Severance.
I wonder if you'd mind taking a brief survey.
Wait!
It hits all the right chords for a crazy sci-fi, dystopian, psychological thriller, with its amazing visuals bringing all these themes together, elevating the show to a whole new level. They shot practically, of course, with real locations, adding to the textures of this world. To be honest, I had really thought nothing of VFX while watching this particular show. It wasn't something that stood out to me. It was not until Industrial Light and Magic ILM, the main VFX company for this show, posted this breakdown. All of a sudden, it's like something clicked for me. For a show that relies heavily on the pristine visuals of its severed floors, the peculiar uncanny quality of its town, the precise manipulation of visuals is vital, and not employing the use of CGI and VFX to support these visuals would have meant a lot less immersion, less movie magic. And to achieve this, the only way to do it is through good collaboration between all the departments. Producer, director, cinematographer, production designer, VFX supervisor, and many more, with each one being absolutely vital to completing this final look. And that's the thing, good collaboration. If one or more departments' decisions lead to trouble for another, then doing their jobs become a lot harder. Remember the opening of season 2, this one? The seamless wonder, where Mark runs through Lumen's hallways and the camera follows him steadily and rotates around him with a frenetic energy that draws you right into his sense of urgency and immerses you right back into the world of Lumen after 2 years of waiting for this season. It's one of the many things made possible only because of modern CGI and VFX. Some parts were shot practically, some parts were partially practical, partially VFX. And some parts like this, pretty much entirely VFX. I was fascinated by the way that they were able to plan out this whole sequence and break down each part to allow them to be shot with the most optimal techniques. The end product is a masterfully crafted sequence that blends together beautifully. Things don't look like this because they wanted it to look like this, or that visual effects itself is inherently bad, but somewhere along in the filmmaking decision-making chain, something happened that impeded the VFX department's ability to create at their best, whether it's last-minute design changes, questionable creative direction, insanely short deadlines, and a lot of times an over-reliance on VFX.
We did use a combination of live-action photography and a digital double,
where the filmmakers decide to do everything with VFX, without considering if there is a better way to do it with practical and VFX.
Through camera, at one end of the move, everything lines up. When you move to the other end of the track, everything still lines up because that smaller table and Ian McKellen on that other dolly has moved slightly.
Leading to overworked artists who had to prioritize on certain shots and call it quits with other shots. That's why there are some parts of the films that look bad and other parts that look really good. The goal here isn't to eliminate VFX. The goal here is to be smarter about the use of VFX, how to use it in the way that best supports the film in combination with other filming techniques. Because shooting everything practically also has a lot of drawbacks. Famously, Waterworld from 1995 was a disaster to shoot because their set was built on the ocean, which looked great but inevitably led to some intense problems. Production delayed for bad weather, camera crews were getting pushed out of position by waves, a set literally sank into the ocean because it was too heavy. While originally supposed to shoot 96 days, they shot for 157 days because of all the delays and issues, inflating the budget $75 million past its original $100 million budget. And this was back in 1995. Studios don't want to take that risk, even for something a lot less risky. Right now, we live in a hypercritical space where criticism for every film and show can be seen and be amplified.
Again.
And bad films in the past that would have been forgotten without the internet now get memed heavy and brought up every day. It's easy to point out bad VFX because they stand out so obviously. And now that VFX is inseparable from modern filmmaking, it's really easy to take it for granted and almost forget how many problems VFX can solve and how many new possibilities open up. And when used right, we tend to not notice it, thus not giving the recognition it deserves. But to forget its importance is to do filmmaking a great disservice, because many of these films are some of the greatest of our modern time. Anyways, my point is, it's important to point out bad VFX for sure, but it's even more important to be mindful that there might be other forces at play that lead to these VFX issues. Almost every time, these are amazing artists trying their best with the circumstance they were given. So, give them a break. This video is sponsored by... I'm just kidding. Not yet. Soon though. Hope you've enjoyed my short essay rant thing about VFX and Severance. And also, oh my god, thank you so much for over 700 subscribers. This is such a crazy milestone for me. And I'm just really glad that you guys enjoy my videos. They take a long time to edit, but this is what makes it worth it. And if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear it too. I love your guys' comments. You guys are the best. Thank you. See you in the next video.